Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to another video. Today I'll be going over my journal slash planner update for the, I was gonna say the quarter, but for the half year, for the middle of the year, and how it's been going for the past 6 months, and I guess a bit of a retrospective on what has happened or what has evolved in my planning system. So I guess I'll start with what I started with in the beginning of the year, which were my traveler's notebook standard size and my Muji Weeks A5BC. I have no idea what size this is. I forgot. So how it's going. I've been very in and out of this book for my language planner. Mostly because I was really dedicated when I was unemployed. You can see there's a lot of things going on here. But then since I started working, it's not as frequent. I haven't really been studying. I really should though, since I have to do integration exams in the next year or so. So I really need to prepare for those. I do have Dutch classes coming again, paid for by my employer this year in September. And I've been doing some Dutch studying here and there. And Japanese is kind of on occasion whenever I feel like it, but it's not really on my agenda or it's not really prioritized for me. So, yeah, in terms of how it's going with my language learning planner, it's so-so. Do I want to keep it? I do want to. Yes, I do. I do want to keep it because it's a good place to just write things down, even for just for any language that I'm studying at the moment. So I still want to keep it, and it's still very useful because I still track my language learning hours and such. So it's a good way for me to look back and also forward plan for language learning. And then there's my EDC, which is, I guess, not really much of an EDC anymore, I'd say, because as I'll talk about later, I've actually sort of transitioned, but not really, 50-50 transitioned into a smaller pocket notebook, but it's still serving me really well. I do still use it to plan things. And it's grown a lot, especially since going to the Miso Paper event. You can see here that I don't know if it comes out that well, but I'd stamped the inside, which I was so afraid of, just like with my Love and Trip one. But it's really grown in personality, I suppose, in the past 6 months, which I'm really happy about. I finished the previous insert, so there's a new insert here now, and it's now more of a Wikipedia. I wouldn't say Wikipedia, maybe just like tracking of my life, like things I would usually think to put on a Notion, but I want to keep it analog. So here I've got a media log of all the things that I've been consuming, from TV series, film, podcasts, video game. Podcasts, I'm not really tracking just because I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but I don't find it something that I need to track. It's mostly TV series and movies, but on occasion I have one game here, which is Fantasy Life. So if anyone's playing that, it's a very fun game. And I played the 3DS version, so it's one of my favorite titles. And I really love the new one, but I'm not playing it on the Switch, I'm playing it on Steam. I also have a stationery wish list here. I've sort of migrated everything from my previous inset into this one because it's something that I'm constantly working on, so I come back to these pages. These are also the manhwas that I'm reading. I also like to keep this because I read a lot of manhwa, but I always forget the titles. But I do remember what it is when I see the title. So that was just something that I wanted to also remember and to also highlight which ones I really loved. Yeah, and also I've kind of gone in and out of following this, but I really like cooking and I really like food, so I'm always trying new recipes that I see online, especially by a lot of creators that I really like. So Cabbage's World is one of my more favorite. I've done a lot of their recipes, so I just wanted to remember what I've tried for the first time cooking. I also track my stationery, but this is not up. Actually, it is pretty updated. Yeah, it is updated. Because I wanted. Oh, this is yikes. There's already a lot of spend in the first half of the year. I'm hoping it kind of slows down because I'm not really thinking to buy more things at the moment. Not that I'm always thinking of things to buy, but usually I buy a lot of. I go to Misk store a lot. Yeah, but I'm not really in the market of like finding new stationery because I feel like I have everything that I need right now. I think my latest stationery purchase was from this French store, which I'm not going to try pronounce because I really wanted to get a new glue stick after my last one, which lasted me, I think, a good 5+ years. It was a Tombow glue stick, but I couldn't find the exact same one anymore anywhere. So I opted for the glue stick that everyone's, at least the stationery community, is obsessed with. So I wanted to try. But it was sold out everywhere and they just restocked it in this French store. So I decided to, I haven't tried it yet. I still have the seal on it, but I'll let you know my thoughts in the future. Yeah, books I'm reading, books I want to read, movies and anime and other TV series that I want to watch. And I'm not quite sure what else is gonna go on in here, but I'll find some use in. But yeah, I really like the weekly memos. Weekly memo, it serves me really well, so I'm happy to keep going with it. And then in the back, I think I'm gonna swap this out because I also wasn't sure what to put in here. Maybe I'll keep it. I wanted something that was big that could hold, I could put stamps and stuff in when I go out, if I find something in the wild. But yeah, I bought this in Sydney at the partner shop, but there's really nothing in it, so I don't know. Either way, works really well for me. It's really grown a lot. Like this has I've done a lot with it, so I'm super happy about it. So I don't feel like it needs to change. Yeah, so that's those two, which I plan on keeping. So now I'll show you my 2 new additions, but I've shown them on my YouTube, so they're not really new, but they're for the sake of updating my Techo Kaigi, I guess. I'll show them. So this year I bought the Love and Trip, obviously, and it looks a lot different from when I introduced it the first time. So I added the I Love Handmade charm, and I also swapped out, so this was Dragonair before, because the Dratini was on here on my everyday carry, but now I've swapped it out because I think it's more appropriate, because it's more the Love and Trip passport is small, so I'd put the first evolution, and then the passport, the standard size is obviously bigger, so I put the final evolution. So I thought it was cute. Yeah, so I had this problem where the charm in the back would, yeah, you can see it, it was denting the leather, and it doesn't look great. I can live with it, like I'm happy about, you know, wrecking the leather, I suppose, but I don't know, just repeatedly, maybe not, it doesn't look so appetizing. So I put the Superior Labor Year of the Snake under it to like kind of cushion this charm against the leather, so I wouldn't do it anymore. And it's been working. Like, I also really like the look of it as well. You can't really see the snake, but it's fine. And also, in a way, it's not a snake, but you know, you could interpret my Dratini that way. And I just have the money clip with the TSL and Miso paper collaboration with the Moomin charm. The birds sound nice. The weather's been really good in Amsterdam. Yeah, so the purpose of this Love and Trip is kind of like a travel slash, in a way, my actual everyday carry, because I take this out way more than I take my standard size, just because of the size. So when I do travel, I take this one, and I have my first insert is where I write all of my like travel logs, like what I do and what happens. So I've been writing in it since June last year. I have not traveled a lot since then, but I just write, you know, what I ate, what we did. Yeah, so I've really only taken it to Brussels, Dusseldorf, and London. So it's, yeah, but it's a good way for me to remember everything that I've done on the day, so that I don't really forget anything, and then I can properly put it into a nice journal form later. And something new that I've added just this month actually is this monthly insert. I really missed a monthly view, which I never thought I would say, but I do miss it. So I thought I would buy an empty monthly so that I can put it in here and try and kind of test it out. And I don't really see myself committing so much to this thing unless I really love it. So the nice thing about it being undated is next month, if I don't feel like putting anything in here, then I don't have to. But I did it kind of in the second week of June, and I keep looking at it, so I think it's nice, and I think it's working well for the past week, 2 weeks that I've been using it. So that's nice. And in the back, I kind of swap out whatever is in this back one, but for now, this is kind of like my YouTube ideas pages. I think I can share what I want. I'm not really like gatekeeping or hiding what kind of ideas I have. Also, I'm not like I just do this for fun, so it's very, I don't want to make it feel like it's something I have to do, and I want to keep it as something I want to do and keep getting better at over time. But yeah, I just have like what videos I did upload, some video ideas, and how I can improve my videos. My partner watches my videos for the first few minutes to help me get a view, which is very nice of him. But he suggested maybe making an intro, which would keep people interested and not click away. So that's something. Yeah, so this last insert kind of is very transient in a sense. So if I'm traveling, I would take this out, I think. Well, I imagine I didn't have this when I went to London. I had a I don't know if it's here. Yeah, I had this for stamping in London in the back, as well as like just an empty one for like stamps, miscellaneous paper that I could just stamp into, which I can't find right now. But yeah. Oh, also, maybe I should just put this one. No. Anyway, I can't find it because I swap out. But anyway, so what I like about Traveler's Notebook is that there's a transience to it. You can really move things in and out to really suit you for your needs in the present moment. So this has been really working for me and I really enjoy it. And I'm really glad I bought this passport. It's been serving me really well. So I will keep it. Actually, I'll keep it. Yeah, and last, but certainly not the least, my leuchtturm, I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, pocket notebook. On my day-to-day, I would be thinking, oh, I have a thought, but I don't want to write it in here, and I don't want to put it in my standard TN, because it's just, a thought that I want to get down. I don't really want to show what's in here just because it's just random thoughts. Maybe I can open to a random page. That's maybe not so important. Yeah, what the hell, I can show this one. So the way I've kind of done it is it's very simple. I've also kind of made a rule, no colors, just fountain pen or just pen, just black pen, sorry. So the way I've kind of gone about it is I just have the date, and then whatever random thing I'm thinking of just goes on the page. So during this time, it might be a to-do list for just quick to-dos, but it could be like what I want to eat and bring as for lunch to work. It's very non-committal, or just things maybe I need to write down, like this budgeting thing. So this no spend was kind of a fail, I think, because I ended up buying from, where did I buy from? No, I ended up buying, supporting the Rainbow Holic Kickstarter for this stamp passport. But still, and for a good cause. Yeah, so it's just random thoughts, and I carry it around with me everywhere because it's so durable and I can just chuck it into my bag. And even with these two together, it doesn't really take up that much space. But if I am carrying bare minimum, I usually just bring this. I am thinking of putting some spare paper in the back just in case, like I take it out and I'm like, ooh, there's a stamp or something and I want to remember it. But otherwise, this is more of like a brain dump slash random thoughts that just need to leave my head. And it's been so good. I think it's been about a month and a half, almost 2 months since incorporating this into my routine, and I think it's come out very positively. I feel a lot lighter. I think it's the same idea with morning pages where you put down your thoughts in the morning. I don't necessarily do that with this planner, with this notebook, but I think the intended effect is also the same with the morning pages and me just shoving my thoughts down. It's just to get rid of the baggage that's in my head, which gives me more room to think about other things, right? So yeah, that's kind of everything. So to sum up, I suppose, I've added 2 planners slash notebooks. Oh, sorry, that's so noisy. I'm also thinking of taking this off because the rattling is, it doesn't annoy me. I love the rattling because I love noise, but my partner, not so much. Let's put this in a nice, aesthetically pleasing way. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really happy with my current setup. I wouldn't say I do believe in the idea of planner piece, but I think planner piece for me is still transient. I can have planner piece moving in and out of journals and just having my own comfortable rhythm and whatever works for me in a planner. I did not go into journals, but I kind of see journals as a non-committal aspect to my, stationary life. They're always there, but I don't use them. I only use them when I want to memory keep something or document something. So in my head, it's not about productivity. It's so I don't want to say, I hate saying productivity because it kind of gives connotations of toxic productivity and but I really see this way of documenting and planning really as just a way to get me through the day, and this is what needs to be done and what I need to do that makes me feel comfortable enough or feel comfortable to live my life. It's basically the point. So I hope that's what it comes off. I really don't want to come off as a, oh my gosh, productivity, like being the most optimal person, I don't ascribe to things like that because I think it's unhealthy. But planning for me is more of a finding a rhythm and a routine, I suppose, that works for you, that helps you be the best person that you can be. I hope that didn't sound too, in a way it is deep. I don't want to say it's not deep, because it is. But that was not the intention that I was going for when I started this video. So yeah, no, this is what's working for me right now, and I'm really happy with it. We'll see in 6 months if it changes, but I don't see that happening in the immediate future. This is meeting all my needs right now, so I have no complaints. Yeah, so if you've reached this far, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.